Hey there guys, how are you today, and welcome to episode 3 of my F1 2010 career mode. Today we're going to be doing the Malaysian Grand Prix. Go check out the previous episodes if you haven't seen them yet. But now let's go to qualifying at the Malaysian Grand Prix. So here we are guys, in Q1. I am only going to try to do one lap per qualifying session just to make it a bit more exciting. And yes, I am towards, I believe, the end of the session. Just to make it exciting, here we're going through turn 1. We do go a bit wide. This car does understeer an awful lot, or maybe it's just part of the game. Or maybe I'm just shit, who knows. But anyway, we're going through the first sector now. I do like the first sector of this track. I like this track in general actually. You're going up through the gears. Of course, we don't have the rich mix R&D upgrade yet. I have to wait for that. And we're going wide yet again, struggling with braking. Now increasing our downforce as we go through this fast section, which is really difficult on all F1 games, to be honest. We're going through at so good speeds, 140, 150 mile an hour. Braking now for this corner a bit, but then we go flat out through here. Down towards the end of sector 2, just after this hairpin. We have to brake just by the 100-meter board. Turn in, slightly wide, but not too bad. Out of sector 2 now, and into the final sector. And this is one of the hardest sectors in F1 in my opinion. Through there, and now we're coming to swooping left-hand corner. And now we're coming now to the hardest corner in Formula 1 for sure. We do mess it up a tiny bit. We go a bit wide, but it could go a lot worse. Go back to lower downforce for more straight line speed. And we're now going to come towards the final corner. And then let's see what lap time and mortar point do we get out of Q1. Heading down now to the start finish line, and we're going to get a 1 minute 38.457. And that is enough guys for P17. So we've got out of Q1 once again. There you go, we've beaten Barrichello, Buremi and Kobayashi, who are all in faster cars, supposedly. But obviously my teammate is there in P24, so much slower than me. We only just got through by a few thousandths of a second. So quite relieved. And yeah, I guess now it's time to focus on Q2. And here we are at the end of the Q2 session. It says lap 2 because on my first lap I got very much disrupted by the AI. So I thought I would do a proper lap since I'm in Q2. Just to keep it exciting, see where I can be. We have got a minute to go. I did want a fair representation of my pace. I thought this is the best thing to do. Coming now towards the end of Sector 1 once again. I don't expect to get into Q3. That would be crazy. But we have to see what we can do. We did qualify, I believe, in P14 in Bahrain. Let's see if we can repeat that here today. That would be cool. Going through down the middle sector in our understeering Virgin racing car. Richard Branson would be proud, of course. But they won't. You can't read the Daily Mail in this car if you've been watching the news recently. But never mind. Let's talk about F1 again. Coming down now towards the hairpin. Of course, if you remember the 2010 Malaysian Grand Prix qualifying, the big teams like McLaren and Ferrari got caught out by the wet conditions, and all started towards the back of the field, meaning Red Bull could romp home and get a good result. But now we're coming towards the end of our lap here in the last few corners. Again, we're coming now towards the toughest corner in Formula 1, as I said before. Go very, very wide there. That was worse than before. But hopefully we've got a decent exit onto this back straight. And the session has finished. Hamilton's fastest in the session, but we're not going to be challenging him. I don't think so. Braking now for the final corner. Slightly wide, but not too bad on our option tyres. Coming down towards... We got a 1 minute 38 in Q1. Let's see what we get here. We get a 37.8, so we were faster than before. P14. Beaten Kovaline behind Trulli there, some of our rivals, because they're in the Lotus, which is like a similar car. Now it's time for the race. Here we are, guys. The McLaren 1-2 with Hamilton leading Button. But never mind that. Here we are, P14. And our teammate down in P24. Let's see what we can do. The lights are coming on here in Malaysia. Can we fight for points? The lights are coming on now. And they're about to go out. And here we go. Decent start there. Equal to the guy beside us, Trulli. trying to get by Liuzzi, but he's just faster than us in the straight. Simple as that. I don't know. We can have a look up the inside in turn 1. Get a couple of positions as they go a bit wide and stuff. Petrov there and Rosberg on the other side, and Petrov squeezes us onto the grass. That is, for Codemasters AI, that is aggressive, guys. I think you all know that. But we're in P12, so we gained a couple of positions. Got Kovalainen behind us, Sutton in front of us. Going down now towards turn 4. We do brake very late and go wide. We don't lose any position though, so it's okay. You can also see on the minimap my teammate has made a lot of progress. To be, I believe, in P14, but who cares? And I think there's some contact there behind us. I don't think that was my fault. I hope it wasn't my fault. But never mind. But we're going to keep chasing Adrian Sutton, of course, who... Well, it's his birthday today, but this video will only be out in a couple of weeks, so never mind. Don't listen to that. Listen to me rambling on. Here we go wheel to wheel now with Adrian Sutton, outside to inside, and we're on the outside again. But he's just faster than us. He's got better traction, and that's it. But we are going to stay right behind him, and Nico Rosberg in a Mercedes, who's of course in P10, which is where the points start. And then they're going here, and we're going to dive up the inside of them both, and we go into P10. Get past Sutton and Rosberg, two of the many Germans in the sport. But Rosberg is certainly going to come back at us on the straight. He is faster than us, no question about it, in a straight line. But we respond, go straight back up the inside, and we stay in P10. Not too shabby. And they're going wheel to wheel there. Who knows what will happen there? But let's just focus on ourselves as we start lap 2 now. That was a good first lap, by the way. It's really exciting. And they don't manage to go up the inside, but we do go very wide. But I think we're going to be able to keep the position, thankfully. Lots of battling behind us though, which is always good to see. Now Sutton's got back in front of him. Bit later now in lap 2, the end of it, we've caught up to Vitaly Petrov, who goes in the pit lane. We're so shocked by him having such an early stop, we almost follow him. Thankfully we didn't though in the end. And we stay on the circuit, because we're not going to pit lane quite yet. As we go on now to lap 3, obviously in P9 now, because Petrov has gone into the pit lane. And look at that, the Ferrari of Felipe Massa, one of the most competitive cars right in front of us. But, yeah, auto spin curbs, that's a thing on this game. Auto spin curbs, I think that was what that was, and we spun, and we've lost the position to Sutton and Rosberg. Disaster. We had some issues in Bahrain with them, and here we are again. But we're going to go straight back on the attack with Rosberg, go round the outside, don't quite make it. We're right in the slipstream, going now into this left-right sequence that I find difficult, a bit of dirty air. And ultimately that Mercedes has more downforce than us. But that's the truth. He did go a bit defensive there, which is going to help us catch up a bit. And something tells me on the straight it's going to romp away, but we do get a really good exit. We can see the Petronas, we can read it so clearly. And we're going to dive up the inside on Nico Rosberg to essentially be in P10. And what a move that was against Mercedes. It's not like the 2014 Mercedes, but it's still a fast car compared to us. And now on lap 5, it's in lap. Nothing much has happened really since. We've kept Rosberg behind us. Some people in front of us have pitted, hence we're down with P5 rather than P10. But obviously they're going to jump us now, you would have thought. And we managed to slow down quite well for the speed limit in the pit lane. Not too bad. Few cars up, I pitted a lap later than they recommended to avoid what happened in Bahrain where we had like a 15-second pit stop because everyone was in the pit lane, and that's the way the game mechanic just worked. So hopefully this will be a proper pit stop. How long is it going to take? Come on, version guys. 4.5 seconds, not too bad, but not great either. But we've come out in P18. Not too good, but let's see if we can chase the guys ahead. So lap 6, got a few laps to do it. I don't know, some people haven't pitted yet, of course. So hopefully we'll be a bit higher than P18. Now we're moving on to late on lap 6. And you're about to see the yellow flag because who was that? Bruno Senna has spun his HRT there on the exit of that corner. Not good news for him, of course. But it does help us gain one place, and the next car ahead of us is Kamui Kobayashi in the Sauber. Awesome driver he is, by the way. I love that guy. But never mind. Let's focus on our race. And I think you're going to see now there's some more people going to go in the pit lane, so we're going to get a better reflection of where we're going to be. I think you're going to see now the red dot there, our teammate, has gone into the pit lane too, which of course really helps us out. So let's see where we're going to get up to now. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars there in the pit lane. That's going to put us in P13. Better than where we were before. And that's roughly where we started the race, so not too bad. But let's see what we can do as we keep going now through this race. Here on lap 8, Rosberg has pitted 2, so we're actually in P12 now. Because we did get a couple of positions, as other people pitted while I edited out. But Rosberg has jumped us, sadly. But you'd expect that he is in the faster car. Not the fastest, but a faster car. But P12, if I finish in P12, I would say that's pretty decent. I don't think we're going to be able to challenge Rosberg, because now also he'll be on the faster tyre. He was on the primes before, hence we're able to battle him. And now we're on the crappy tyre. That's a pain, but okay. Now lap 9, we're in P11, somebody else has had a pit stop. And Rosberg's only one place in front of us, and that's points. But I don't think we're going to get it. But we were where we were before our start. But we go onto the grass, and that spun us out. And I think Hulkenberg just got past. We spin it around. But Bremy's got past as well. And now we're down to P13. Not great, guys. And I don't know if only a couple of laps left, whether we're going to be able to get these positions back. I hope so. But it doesn't look like it, guys. And I've jumped now to P11. No, to lap 11, sorry. Jenson Button has won this Grand Prix for McLaren. I did slow down a bit on this final lap just to make sure I stayed ahead of Kovalainen. And yeah, we're going to finish in P13, guys. I guess it's good for the car, but it could have been a lot better today. Get a award there. Nope. And there you go, P13. I guess it's quite good for the car. We beat the Lotus cars, which is good. I guess we can't complain too much. Beaten some faster cars, just not all of them, obviously. So yeah, as I said, Button won this race from Webber, who I know set some fast laps, and Hamilton in P3, so he lost his pole position. Kubica in P5, obviously Vettel struggled a bit. And there you go, our teammate in P19, and the HRT's at the back of the grid. And in the last few places. As for the drivers, obviously we got no points. Webber leads by 1 point from Alonso, and Button a bit further back. Interesting how Vettel isn't in any of the top there. He's quite a long way down. And there we are in P19. There you go. Now we have to move on to the constructors, where we're in P11. So that's where I think that's where we were at the end of the last episode, I believe. And McLaren are leading that from Ferrari and Red Bull. So it's going to be a close season. And there you have it, guys. That was a Malaysian Grand Prix. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you guys next week for the Chinese Grand Prix.